Hey everybody, it's me, Domain 2000. Welcome back to Team Fortress Tuesdays. This week gonna be playing as the Pyro with the degreaser, the flare gun, and the axe extinguisher. And we will first half of this gameplay is going to be on Thunder Mountain 1. Is this 2? I don't know. I don't know my map knowledge. But we'll be playing on Thunder Mountain, and then afterwards we'll be heading over to Viaduct, King of the Hill. So, they'll both be using the same set though. No, don't worry. This episode, first off, is mainly just gonna be about, I don't know, rambling. This is going to be a follow-up to my The wiiu is not dead rant. So, don't get me wrong, I rewatched that video recently and I noticed that I made it feel like a little bit too much of what I said was fact, rather than how I personally feel about it. So right now I'm just going to be going over some of those things that I mentioned in the same video, but going to be trying to stay a little more on topic. Now first off, let's get back to the third-party support. Obviously the third-party support for the wiiu has been getting even worse, as you can tell. Ubisoft says they're not going to be releasing any more mature games for the console, which I honestly can't blame them for. They're not selling that well on the wiiu, and I don't honestly blame them. So, if anyone says, oh, third party is dead, it's not dead. We still have games, Wonderful 101, Platinum Games doing all these games. And we also have the people, we still have Nintendo. Nintendo, I always see this thing as like, without third-party support, the wiiu is going to die 100%. And I honestly just can't agree with that. The main reason I say this is because Nintendo is a strong company. This year, they've already released, let's see, good games. This year, either are going to be released or are going to be released. We have Super Smash Bros. Brawl, Pokemon Alpha Blue and, what is it, Alpha Ruby or Omega Sapphire, Alpha Ruby and Omega Sapphire, Super Smash Brothers, Wii U and 3DS, what were the other games, Bayonetta 2, Mario Kart 8, Donkey Kong Country Returns Tropical Freeze, and all of these games, or at least the games that have been released so far, I've been getting insanely good reviews. Super Mario 3D World, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, Mario Kart 8, they all have been getting good reviews. And one thing that I didn't bring up back in my first video about this, people associate sales with quality. Now, this annoys me to no end. Just because a console is selling less than the leading consoles doesn't mean it sucks. If a console is good and people aren't buying it, you could call that a hidden gem for a console. The fact that people are saying the wiiu must suck because it's not selling well, that's not what it is. The console is what it is itself. Not its sales, not its fans, not how super popular people feel about it. This is pure fact, the wiiu is enjoyed by many people. Okay, and if anybody says, oh, that's just a plain opinion, I've seen hundreds and hundreds of videos about the wiiu is not dead. If those videos aren't enough proof to tell you that people enjoy the console, whether its sales are doing good or not, that's besides the point. And that doesn't matter. So, whoever starts bugging me about, oh, that's opinion, not fact, that is a fact. People like the console, and people I've met think the console stinks, for the record, that it's not selling good. And that's one thing I just want to get straight out of the way. Next thing I want to bring up is the fact that third-party support is not doing well is, once again, not the point that it has no good games. People seem to underestimate the fact of Nintendo. I remember seeing this one video on somewhere where the commenters were saying, you guys gotta stop defending the wiiu. they're only kiddie games that are only rehashings of the same thing, blah 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 blah. I saw this somewhere on like Screw Attack or something, and honestly, I can see where they're coming from. I will admit that the Wii U has faults, and I will not deny that it is perfect. But the way I feel about it is a creative console. People who liked the Wii itself, sure it was good, but I felt it couldn't get as creative with how much you could do with the motion controls. It later on got creative with Wii Motion Plus and Skyward Sword and Wii Sports Resorts, and some games that incorporated them fairly well were really good. But the Wii U, I feel, has a lot more untapped potential. It's a more, the way I personally see it, I know a lot of other people see it this way, it's an insanely powerful DS, basically. You have two screens that can be operated on, that can be used in completely different conjunction, or just be used for the exact same thing. I can understand where people are coming from when they say, oh, it's just like a friendly DS. It is not. Think about it. Multiplayer for this. One person can have it on the gamepad, and one person can be playing it on the TV. You can't get that kind of stuff out of things like a DS. Now, don't get me wrong, I will even admit that the Wii U kind of even looks like a DS, and certain games, single-player games at least, definitely act like it could be on the DS, just for the fact that it doesn't have enough power to be able to tell you this. So, I can completely understand where people are coming from when they say that, but the way I feel about it is the untapped potential you can get out of this is a lot more creative, and especially when it comes to the multiplayer, you can get a lot of untapped potential with this gamepad. And the thing is, people are not using it to its full potential. And when there are third-party games, they seem to just neglect the fact that they have this entire screen used right for them. I'm not a huge fan of Madden, but I'm not even 100% sure of this, but I'm pretty sure there's a FIFA or Madden game for the Wii U. Imagine the amount of creativity you could use with maybe making the different types of plays on the gamepad, where you can just select it, or even like select a path for a computer to run in. There's so much untapped potential that you can get out of the Wii U that you just can't plain get out of other consoles like the Xbox One or the PS4. Now don't get me wrong, I'm not going to be dissing on the Xbox One or PS4 because I've not personally played these consoles or owned them. So I'm not going to be saying, oh, I think the Wii U is better than all of them. I will admit that I haven't played the consoles, and I will admit that I can't make a right judgment about them. However, the fact that most people are saying the Wii U is a terrible console just don't understand that it can be good. It's just that developers are not bringing it to its full potential. And this is more rambling on two specific points, uncompared to when I said the Wii U is not dead. This is more of the Wii U does not suck. But if anyone is interested, you can check out week 3 of this series, where I speak more about it. But that's all I'm going to talk about for today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next week.